Hi there, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel, and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. This reading is intended for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Taurus, this is going to be a reading to take a look at why you have been ghosted or why your love or interest has not been in contact with you. So we're going to take a look at what happened in regards to this connection. Why did this person decide to go no contact? And hopefully that'll be able to give you the clarity you need around your situation. Let me just pull some oracle cards to get an idea of what the situation was. Ooh, intimacy, detachment, and solitude in the reverse, and commitment. Bottom of your deck is expectations. All right, Taurus. So as I'm looking at your person's energy, we're going to check out the state of the relationship before the no contact happened. It looks as though something was not working. Now, this could be that there was distance between the two of you, physical distance with this Three of Wands at the bottom of your deck. This also looks like there may have been other people involved in your connection. I feel like this person is in a relationship, or perhaps you are in a relationship and that's why they cut communication. It seems as though you wanted different things. I'm feeling like for you, Taurus, this could be the energy of you wanting to not be in a relationship, because it looks like one of you wanted a relationship, the other one of you did not. It's almost like you had gotten into a space where you didn't feel like things would work with this person, or perhaps you felt like something was missing. If this was a long distance relationship, you could have felt as though things were not moving in the direction you wanted. Perhaps you didn't feel like you were getting enough attention from this person, or you started getting attention from other people. It feels as though perhaps you cut this person off in some ways, or you started creating distance. I think that you told this person perhaps you weren't looking for a relationship, or you didn't want to be in a relationship with them, based on the fact that it seems like this person wasn't able to show up for you the way that you wanted them to. So this could either be somebody that was already committed elsewhere and you felt as though they weren't going to leave their spouse, or this could be somebody that perhaps you were at a distance from one another and you felt as though you needed more attention from this partner and they just were not willing to give it to you. It seems like that was kind of the main issue, is that this person wasn't giving you enough time, is what this looks like to me. Now, whether that's because they were further away or because they had other things going on, I do feel like this person wanted to be with you, because they were bringing the Ten of Pentacles, whereas with you, you were kind of feeling like this wasn't perhaps the situation that you wanted to invest a lot of time in. As I'm looking at how they were viewing the connection at the time, the world in the reverse. So to them, the distance did not bother them. They felt as though you were a soulmate, that they wanted this to happen. There's an energy here of them feeling as though they were like the luckiest person in the world to be with you. So it's kind of interesting, because I feel like you may have been the one to reject this person. You could have even found yourself in another relationship or a different situation after you stopped dealing with this person. And so for them, it's like they didn't want this to come to an end. They were willing to try to work with you, I feel like, but perhaps it just took too long. Or you felt like it wasn't happening as fast as you wanted, I suppose, is kind of what this looks like. This person, they really felt like this was divinely orchestrated, your connection. But I feel like they just weren't taking the necessary action that you needed from them. You know, it's the energy of them waiting too long to give you what you wanted, to close this distance between the two of you. So it's almost like you stopped paying them attention, or you gave up on this before they stopped talking to you, is what this actually looks like to me. What led this person to go no contact is the Five of Pentacles. So it's like they felt as though you had already closed the door on this situation. Yeah, wow. It seems as though they they feel, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's just like so apparent that this person is like, I didn't go no contact on Taurus. Taurus went no contact on me. Okay. So kind of weird, because you might be thinking like, this person isn't talking to me. The way that they have viewed it in the past was that they had expectations for this to really go somewhere. They saw a future with you, whereas for you, it was like, I'm actually trying to do something else with my time. I don't want to be alone, and I feel like I'm alone in this connection. So it's almost like you both wanted different things, but you wanted the same thing. You know, you wanted a partner that could show up for you. To them, they didn't see a problem with the way that the relationship or the situation was going. And so I feel like because they didn't make the necessary changes to move closer to you, or to give you the time that you felt like needed to be invested in this relationship, you shut the door on this, or you told them maybe you didn't want to spend as much time investing in this, and they looked at it like you ghosted them. So kind of an interesting energy here, because this person feels like you left first. How they felt about you at the time, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, again, this person felt like you stopped communicating with them, or perhaps like you were not being 100% transparent with them about what you were doing. So again, if this was like at a distance, you know, a relationship where maybe you were living in different places, they felt like they were trying to understand what was going on, but for whatever reason, it was like they couldn't understand why you weren't happy. Okay. And it's so weird, because it's like they were really happy. This person kind of felt like you didn't know what you wanted, or that you weren't telling them that you wanted to separate from them. So for some of you, you just started pulling back, in their opinion, and they were trying to like fill in the gaps with what you weren't saying. Like, okay, well, Taurus isn't replying to my messages, or, you know, I see Taurus like on Facebook, but they're not opening my messages. So clearly this is done. This person felt bitterness towards you around the time that they decided to completely stop talking to you, because they felt like you had already inserted someone else into the situation. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Sorry, there's like a fly in my office, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's just how they looked at the situation, was like you were already exploring your options before you communicated to them that you were done, or very quickly after you started separating yourself from the situation, you already had other people that you were paying attention to. This person still felt like you were a soulmate. They still had really good feelings around you as a couple, but with this Tower energy, they felt like it was just being destroyed. For some of you, this person feels like you cheated on them. So it could just be that you lost interest because this person wasn't paying you attention and you decided you wanted something else. So if you separated from them, this person at the time felt like you were already seeing someone else, even if that's not the case. That's just kind of how they felt. And so there's some bitterness here. If you got into a relationship or ended up dating someone else rather quickly after this separation or this perceived separation on their end, they feel like you were already seeing that person, and that person is the reason why you decided to leave, because they don't see an issue with the way things were going. Okay. It's almost like this person is trying to blame someone else or like a third party. Like, you know, you didn't start acting that way until I think you were dating this person. And then suddenly, you know, me and you just weren't going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? Now, looking into what they were hoping to accomplish by not communicating with you, this person was really hoping to actually feel better, because I think they took this really, really hard, the loss of you really hard, because like I said, they perceived that you actually ghosted them first. I feel like this person was kind of trying to make you feel ignored so that you would look at them again and be like, oh, wow, so-and-so is not talking to me whatsoever. I should reach out. This person, they're really in a bad place, or they were really in a bad place when they decided to stop talking to you, because even if you didn't like communicate to them, like, I never want to talk to you again, or this is just totally over for me, that's how they took it when you took your attention away from them. This person was completely devastated, okay? For some of you at the time, this person started drinking a bunch. They are not happy, or they weren't happy at the time with their life. They felt like something was missing. And they just got into this really weird space of being like, you didn't care about me. You never cared about me. Love isn't real. Love doesn't exist. So this is someone who I feel like is blaming you for the way this went. They feel as though you are the one that went no contact, oddly enough. So kind of interesting, but that's what I'm getting here. This person, I feel like at the time they were just so upset and so hurt. They didn't understand. Like, for some of you, this person didn't see this coming, didn't feel like there was a problem, like I was saying. So they don't understand, like, how did you just suddenly stop being interested in them overnight? Or how did you stop loving them overnight, right? It makes them think that maybe at the time they felt like you were lying to them about your feelings. If this is something that you have been dealing with this person for a long time, it's the energy of being like, okay, Taurus never cared about me at all. Because to them, they just didn't see a problem. And the way they're viewing this is that you shut them out first. So kind of an interesting no contact reading, because I feel like for you, Taurus, you're here to get information about, like, why isn't this person talking to me? Turns out they feel like you ghosted them. Okay. So hopefully that will give you some answers, some closure as to what happened here, right? I'm going to take this over to the extended reading to take a look at what your person is doing now and how they're feeling now, because there's some bitterness, there's some sadness, but that may not be the case anymore. I want to take a look and see how they feel about ghosting you and how that's affecting their life currently, as well as how they think you feel about them and how they feel like ghosting you is affecting you, right? So then after that, I'm going to take a look at whether or not they'll reach out. And I'm going to do that by signs, because every sign is kind of different. They behave differently. So for each sign, I'll take a look at whether or not they're going to reach out to you. If not, how come? And if so, what would they say? I'm also going to pull some advice cards as to how to deal with this situation based on the sign that you're dealing with. So I will put the preview to that at the end of the video. That'll come up next. The link is in the description box below if you want to check that out. And if you enjoyed the video, or if it was able to kind of shed some light on your person's situation, do feel free to hit that like button for me, because it means a lot. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for all of you, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye. They can't stop thinking about you. I feel like this person tries really, really hard to work. They could be trying different kinds of work. It's like this person, I feel like they're trying to get their self-esteem back at this time. It's almost the energy of them trying to boost their ego by going after other things in their life. So for some of you, this person is trying to start a business. For others of you, this person is trying to lose weight or make themselves more attractive. I feel like this person, it's like they're thinking about how they should have made more time for you, but they are incredibly jealous, okay? If you are dealing with someone else with this Queen of Cups reversed, King of Wands reversed, this person is so envious of that, okay? Especially if you're dealing with a water sign or a fire sign, they want that person gone, because they feel as though you're just like trying to make them jealous, okay? No.